done. So we work as a family here. I don't do any of this stuff on my own. My sons and my husband help me out a lot. They do most of the labor. They sand the wood for me and they put the signs together, and then I just do the actual writing on the signs and the colors and that sort of thing. I freestyle everything, and I try to put a message out there that is positive, especially right now. We have so much going on in the world, in particular here in the United States. And I mean, I can only speak for the United States. I haven't really been anywhere else, any other country. I see the news, so that's kind of, where I get my ideas. But as an artist, I never wanted to make money out of my art. This is completely new to me. I've been an artist my whole life, since I can remember. We were poor. We were really poor growing up, and I remember having, a couple of Barbies, and once in a while I would see all these different dresses and outfits for the Barbies when we go to the store, or my friends would come over and they had different outfits and such for their Barbies, but my mom couldn't afford that. Those outfits were so expensive. I mean, you're talking $10 for just a little outfit for the Barbies. So, I decided that I could make the clothes for my Barbies, and we're talking, let's see, I must have been 8, 9 when that started happening. I would design the outfits, and I would design them, cut them, and my mom would sew them for me in her sewing machine. She wouldn't let me use her sewing machine at that time. She didn't trust me. And that's where I started realizing what a passion I had for creating things with my own two hands. Pretty much anything that I would see, I would always ask myself, can I make that? Can I do that? Can I make that happen? And then I would challenge myself, and sure enough, I could. But like I said, half the time we were too poor. I couldn't afford to buy the supplies that I needed, and so I'd work a lot with scraps and stuff like that. My mom would give me pieces of material and things like that. And then once I went into middle school, I started really getting into the drawing and the more of that kind of art. And even then, my dream was never to make a dime out of my art, because I don't know, I can only speak for myself, but for me, art wasn't a job. So I didn't think, oh, this is gonna be a job, I'm gonna make money out of this. It was more I just want to do this. This is what I want to do forever. I just want to draw, and I want people to have a piece of me in their house, or wherever, their office, whatnot. But things just didn't work out for me that way. I had my daughter when I was 16 years old, and I became a mom, so that was my priority. And then a lot of other things happened in my life, so I never had an opportunity to focus on my art. Here and there, when I had time, I would still create art pieces. Until recently, my husband, who's amazing, started encouraging me, and we decided to, why not? If we can make a little bit of money out of the art, why not? And if from that money we can do something good, like donate to some of these charities that are so special to us, why not? So here we are, Killer Hoplites. A lot of the stuff that I make, I end up keeping because it just has like a deep meaning to me. So it's still really hard for me to like part ways with my art pieces, but I'm working on that. And being a mom, a wife, and up until recently having a job outside of my home, it was just really hard to focus on everything on top of just life stuff. So right now I'm really starting to get back into my art. Right now we have a lot of orders coming in for wood signs and that sort of thing, so I've been really occupied with that. We're very lucky to have been given an opportunity to have some of our wood signs at a store, and I'm beyond grateful and excited. This is probably every artist's dream, to say the least. And I'm so grateful for that opportunity. So I've been working really hard. Once I'm done with this little project, my focus is going to be to get into some of the stuff that I really like creating, which is just stuff that comes from my mind. Just, I can sit in front of a blank canvas or a blank piece of wood and I just go at it, and sometimes I don't even know what the creation is going to look like, but sometimes it's pretty amazing what comes out, or at least I think it's pretty amazing because it's personal and it's a piece of me in that art. So anyway, today I'm just working on these signs, and this one here is kind of special because even with all the stuff that's going on in the world, it says America, land of the brave. I can't say land of the free right now because I don't feel like a lot of us have freedom, but I want to say brave because there's a lot of brave people out there, for sure, a lot. And so yeah, that's a pretty special sign for me. And then the one right up there, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful because even with everything going on, we still have to remember that life is beautiful and there's just so much beauty in it. We gotta keep going, we gotta keep fighting for what's right, and just encouraging each other as humans. Surround yourselves with people who have similar beliefs. I don't want to say the same beliefs because honestly, I have a lot of friends and family and people that are very meaningful to me who have different beliefs in certain things, and I still love them and they love me. I know that that's okay. However, I'm talking about stuff more like positive people. We want to surround ourselves with positive people, people that want to make a difference in the world, people that want to do great things. And I'm not just talking money. Athena likes to hang out with me. Hey, Athena. I like a distressed look or not. I either use a rag to do my stains. That way it's, distressed or not, or darker, lighter. If I'm going for a pretty flat look, then usually I'll just use like a brush. I mean, there's just a lot. It seems simple, but if it just depends. Like, you can literally be using the same stain color and the same color of wood or shade of wood, and if you use a rag or a brush, it would definitely make a difference on what it looks like after. So that's part of like just being an artist and being creative. You can make beautiful things out of just like this. I can be out and about and then I see a piece of wood just sitting there like in the street, and I'm that person that will go and grab that because I can make something magical out of it. I challenge myself, and I'll get scraps from anywhere and I'll make pretty amazing things out of them. So anyway, that's kind of how the process works. And then once I have my signs, Michael will, or once I choose my shades or whatnot, we'll then nail them together, and he'll put like supports in the back like this. That way people can either hang them, or we'll do like a rope, or some of them I like doing both for people. That way they have an option, like they can do a rope, or they can just do like the little clips back here, or some, you know, if they just want to lean it against something. But I like giving people the option. And let's see what else. The letters on the signs, I just kind of freelance everything. This is one of the ones that Michael was talking about the other day. It's begin each day with a grateful heart. It's not completely done. I still have to finish the lettering, but yeah, Michael wanted it to say something like begin each day with a bang. He's crazy, but if you do want one of those, you can definitely hit me up and I will make you whatever you want. That's the awesome thing about this, is that if you guys have any special request for a sign, just let us know and we'll make you whatever you want. You know, your last name, a certain thing that you want it to say, we'll customize it. A certain shade, a certain stain color, whatever you want, just let us know and we'll definitely customize these however you want them. Okay? Well, thanks so much for hanging out and listening to me just talk about a little bit of my background and how I came about doing all this stuff. I do want to remind you guys that our stuff is very inexpensive because we understand that times are tough right now for a lot of us, including ourselves, with all the legal stuff that we've been going through. We want our stuff to be affordable for everybody. Just anyone that wants something, like, we want them to be able to afford it. Another thing I want you to know is that we do donate a certain percentage from our earnings to some very, very special charities out there. These charities are very special to us because we and our family are connected in some way or another to these charities, and there's a lot of people out there who can definitely relate to those things. Some of those charities are research for people who suffer from mental illnesses, specifically schizophrenia. We want hopefully someday they can find a cure for that. It's a horrible disease. And then domestic violence victims and survivors, of course, veterans. As you all know, my husband's a veteran, so he's huge on that stuff. And I think Michael just added a new charity or a new company, so you can check out our website for that.